Is Sebastian Vettel the right fit for Aston Martin? Or maybe a more important question we should ask is, are Aston Martin the right fit for Sebastian Vettel? Before we get into today's video, I'd just like to give a massive thank you to everyone who supported this channel. We've had a massive increase in views over the past couple of days, so I'd just like to thank everyone for the support. It means everything to me. Let's have a quick look at Aston Martin's history in F1. Other than their previous 2 years from 1959 to 1960 and sponsoring Red Bull from 2016 to 2020, Aston Martin are a fairly new team to F1 and they've taken over the Racing Point team in 2020. On January 14th, 2020, Mike Crack, no, that's not a joke, was announced as team principal of Aston Martin, following the departure of Otmar Szafnauer, leaving to go to Alpine. Let's just say things are looking much more promising for Otmar's Alpine right now. Let's have a look at where Aston Martin are right now. Work has started on the new main building, which will contain the offices and other departments, and will be completed in 18 months. The second building will contain a new state-of-the-art wind tunnel and will take 36 months to complete. Do Aston Martin have the time to wait 3 years to be competitive? They obviously have the backing from Lawrence Stroll and have set aspirations on winning a Drivers' Championship by 2025, but will Vettel be patient while we wait for the next 3 years? The factory was supposed to be ready for the 2021 season, but the lockdowns delayed it. It is rumoured that the current factory is at 3 times the expected capacity because of the hires, so of course they're going to have problems. Aston Martin's driver lineup have 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel and son of team owner Lance Stroll for the lineup for the 2022 season. They pose a fairly strong driver pairing, but definitely are not the best driving pairing on the grid. Let's have a look on how the drivers performed last year. This graph shows the average qualifying position of the grid last year. This is a good way to determine a team's raw pace. Vettel was 12th fastest overall and Stroll 15th fastest. They did however have some strong race results, featuring a P2 for Vettel in Hungary, which was eventually lost from a disqualification due to a fuel infringement. Vettel managed to secure a P2 in Baku after a mistake from Hamilton on the restart. Looking at Aston Martin's points across last season, they were by no means a constructors' competitor. They did manage to regularly score points across most weekends in the midfield battle. With this story of being underdogs and building from the ground up, as they are such a new team to F1, you'd expect a lot of excitement, right? I can't help but sense a lack of enthusiasm with this team. Is this because F1 teams are always under so much pressure to deliver, and being a few seconds off the rest of the grid can make you look like a waste of a spot in the starting lineup? Think Haas's 2021 season. It was clear that they were putting all their effort into this 2022 car, and it is showing this season. But can we expect to see this from Aston Martin for another 3 years? In a new era of F1 with strict cost caps and brand new cars that teams don't fully understand yet, is this the best time to be building a team from the ground up? So let's look at the main feature of today's video, Sebastian Vettel. I feel Vettel is the standout positive with Aston Martin right now. Although Hülkenberg is a brilliant driver, I feel like if he was Lance's teammate for the whole of this season, the optimism within the team would just not be there. Vettel's reason for joining Aston Martin, he said, was, "This is not an easy decision. It was actually about 2 points. Firstly, the belief in the team that they can do well. That is partially based on what you can already see." I'm not sure he'd be saying this season. But also the fact that I believe they can do even better. I have now made my decision, as you know, because I also think I have more to give in a new environment. This seems similar to Bottas and the new challenge he wants to face with Alfa Romeo, or was he promised a title-winning car? We will never know, but Vettel's reaction after the Melbourne Grand Prix shows he looked fed up with the team already. Although Aston Martin have had an awful start being the only team to not score a point, there are positives. These new cars are very different. Teams don't fully understand them yet. If you take a team like Ferrari who have started well but made little progress over the coming years, compared to a team like McLaren who have started behind Ferrari, they might find something groundbreaking. You get a team like Aston Martin who have started low, but these small incremental gains over time will increase, and in 3 or 4 years' time they may have a championship winning car. So Sebastian Vettel being one of the main assets to Aston Martin right now, what do Aston Martin need to do to keep Vettel happy? So let's have a look at some of the struggles and benefits Aston Martin are going to have with keeping Sebastian Vettel happy. Building a new factory. This is extremely exciting for a new team, and they'll be able to build a factory that is bespoke for the new Formula 1 car era. This is providing a massive stress and burden on the team already, and there's been a lot of rumours with staff members being unhappy with workload and the pressure they are under. I think eventually in the long term you'll see the benefit in this cost cap era when they have a factory that is bespoke and designed for this type of car. Not only having the best car in this era is most important, but also being able to develop this car due to the amount of progress teams will be able to make in the next few years. Efficiency within Formula 1 teams is going to become everything. A struggle I see with Aston Martin is keeping Sebastian Vettel happy. Although I bet Vettel loves racing, I bet he's not a big fan of finishing 19th and 20th at most Grand Prix. If he's going to be at the back of the grid most weekends, I can't see Vettel staying with this team for 3 to 4 years while they build up a car that's good enough to win a championship. The benefit of keeping Sebastian Vettel at this team is he's such a good driver. Having a proven driver like Vettel when trying to develop these new cars is absolutely vital. He'll be able to understand these cars better than most rookies and give important feedback to the team, which will overall help in developing this new car. A concern that I have is what former team principal Colin Collins has said about this new team. He said, "If you throw $1 million into the fire, the money burns as quickly as if you were in Formula 1. If someone thinks you can get into F1 and be at the front of the grid overnight, it is not going to happen quickly. You have to have a plan." I think this is clearly directed at team owner Lawrence Stroll, just trying to throw money at this situation. The final benefit is what I mentioned with Vettel's feedback. In the debriefs, I imagine Sebastian Vettel can provide the engineers with much more important and precise feedback than a rookie like Zhou Guanyu or even teammate Lance Stroll. So what are your thoughts on Aston Martin, and where do you think they will finish this season? Personally, I don't think they're going to pick up much this season or next season, but I think they'll be able to fight closer for a championship towards the end of 2025. I know this is their current goal. Put a comment down below suggesting where you think they'll finish this season, and maybe I'll go back to it at the end of the season and have a look. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I'd like to thank you all again for the amount of views I've had over the past couple of days. This channel's really starting to blow up, and it really means the world to me. As you can see, a massive proportion of my viewers are not subscribed. If you could subscribe, it's free and you can change your mind at any point. It would mean the world to me and it would help the channel grow so I can produce more better quality videos. Thank you, see you soon.